Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and today I am going to be talking about my chronic Achilles tendonitis, or whatever you want to call it, because I know technically Achilles tendonitis, or a tendonitis, I should say, means inflammation, and from what I've been reading up, your Achilles tendon can't become inflamed; it can more just become irritated. But I'm just kind of getting really sick of it. I've been dealing with it for well over a year, maybe a couple months, probably I would say maybe 14, 15 months roughly. And every time it comes back, lately I've either compressed it, I've used like a compression wrap, I've stayed off of it, I've iced it. At this point now, I've probably been wearing a boot on and off for like 3 months because it will completely go away, and then out of nowhere it just comes back, and I have no idea why it just keeps coming back. So currently the boot I have to wear, it's just below my knee, and it covers pretty much all of my calf all the way down to my ankle, and straps in my foot so my foot can stay at a 90-degree angle so it can't flex at all. And it's getting really annoying wearing the boot itself because sometimes I want to wear it to bed and it's big. I actually just ordered a smaller item because that way I can sleep and not have this big bulky thing on while I'm sleeping. The other night I tried the compression wrap and that seemed to work fine. It does seem to be getting better. I've been having the issue with it this time since about Monday. My calf started getting really tight. Tuesday was really, really tight. Started noticing it around my Achilles tendon started getting tight again, so I put the boot on. But the next morning, even with having the boot on all night, it still didn't really matter. It still, I guess, got irritated. I'm not sure if the tendon is too long or too short, and it keeps getting the scar tissue on it. I have to get an MRI eventually. I've already got an X-ray. I think two different X-rays. I've been given ibuprofen by one doctor, and then I went to another doctor who finally sent me to a specialist. They took another X-ray of my foot. I went to physical therapy for like a month, and even doing all of that, keeping up with the stretches, I will admit, like the past week or two, I haven't been doing as many stretches as I probably should have. I was still stretching every day, but instead of doing it like twice or three times a day, I was probably cutting it down to one. And within like the last 2 weeks, I might have skipped a day or two in there too. I'm not gonna lie about that. But the problem is, I am a heavier guy. Every doctor I go to is like, hey, you just start walking like 30 minutes a day, do some sort of exercise for like at least 30 minutes a day, which I want to try to do because I want to try to get to the point where I can start losing weight and hopefully I can start eating better soon too. Because sugar, fun fact, I've been reading up about it, is pretty much as addictive as cocaine. So I'm trying not to completely cut it out, but obviously I need to start reducing back if I want to lose anyway. Because if I keep eating the same amount, I'm going to continue to stay where I am. And then right now I'm young, so I'm not going to deal with any health problems. But the older I get, the more health risks there are for being overweight. Back to the Achilles thing. As I said, it has been a constant annoyance. If my friends, especially on the weekends, if they want to go like a pub crawl or something, walk around the mall, I can't really do it because walking around with the boot, I did it one day for pretty much the entire day at a pub crawl on St. Patrick's Day. And by the end of the day, because I'm uneven, I don't have any type of shoes, and I've been able to find really shoes that I personally find comfortable that are the same size as the medical boot that I have to wear. So I'm uneven walking on it all day long. So most of the time I end up sitting in a chair for the entire day, which also isn't good and healthy for you. Um, and the unevenness ends up hurting my hip, hurting my back, shoulders, all that. So as I said, I usually end up sitting in a chair or laying down for pretty much the entire day because I just can't deal with it. And I don't want to deal with this pain anymore. And I don't know if any of you out there, I'm assuming some of you have definitely dealt with chronic pain. I don't know if you deal with this specific chronic pain, but it is not fun. I've Within the past several months, I've gotten to the point where it hurt so bad that I was literally crawling. I could not even walk to just use the bathroom and putting any pressure on it at all. Just had this shooting, searing, burning pain up my entire freaking leg to the point where I was debating whether or not I wanted to just cut my foot off. I'm not even joking about that. I seriously considered the thought of taking. I have a samurai sword. I was considering just taking that and cutting the foot split off or amputating it, but I know that's not going to fix the problem. But just having chronic pain over and over again, not being able to walk properly, it freaking sucks. And that's really all I have to say about that. The main reason I'm making this video is just kind of let you know what's happening. I think I need to make this more for myself. It's more of me asking you guys for advice of what the hell I can do to make the pain stop. Obviously, I'm getting an MRI within the next week or two, hopefully. I bought that boot thing so that way when I'm sleeping, it keeps my foot at a 90-degree angle. I did find out, though, possibly, that there could be like some sort of sac or something there that could be inflamed. In that case, stretching is only going to make it worse. You have to stay off of it completely for a couple weeks. Um, or when I'm sleeping, it's a possibility that I'm unconsciously keeping my foot straight when it should be like this at a 90-degree angle. If I'm bending it like this, up here, we're going to imagine this is my calf. It starts making micro tears in the calf, which then puts more strain on the Achilles tendon. The Achilles tendon has to do more work because the calf is hurt, and then eventually the Achilles tendon gets worn down, obviously, and the pain keeps coming back. And that's what I think I'm personally doing. Um, but the amount of money that I have had to put into this, and same with my parents, because they've been helping me out with it along the way, is kind of ridiculous. The boot itself was like $350, and then the physical therapy itself was like $350. I don't know how much the x-rays or the doctor's meetings cost off the top of my head, but I know an MRI is going to be probably at least $400. Who knows? And if they find nothing wrong, I'm still at fucking, pardon my French, at square one. And I don't know what to do. I really am scared and do not want to have to get surgery. I would prefer not to if I can avoid it. But if that's what I have to do, I'm pretty much going to be out of commission and not going to really be able to walk properly or even at all for like 4 months, because I think the entire first month after you have the surgery, because they weaken it so much, what they do to lengthen it or shorten the tendon, whatever they have to do in there, you're in pretty much a cast that covers your entire leg. They don't want you walking at all, so you're stuck on crutches for like an entire month. Then after that, the next month, they put you in a cast, which allows you to walk on it a little bit, but they still don't really want you to walk on it. And then it's kind of back to the same boot that I have here, and then physical therapy obviously is going to be in there as well, which I will have back. And it is just going to cost so much freaking money. And I mean, I only have like a part-time job right now. I've been looking for a full-time job. I've been out of college for like almost 2 years at this point, and I wasn't really looking for a full-time job my entire first year because I just wanted to get the job. But now I'm definitely looking for a full-time job, and I need something different so that way I can get benefits, and maybe they can help me with disability or something, because I can't keep living like this with this stupid pain. It's just so freaking aggravating. As I said, I'm making this video for myself. If you have any advice, that would be wonderful, because pretty much at this point I sit in my butt 98% of the day. I watch TV, I play on my phone, I play guitar, video games once in a while. I mess around with the computer, but that's basically my life. And I'm actually I finally, it took forever. I finally managed to get into a band, and now I'm not going to be able to practice and play with that band because I can't stand for long periods of time because of the stupid foot. And I'm not going to go up on stage with a freaking boot on, sitting in a chair while everybody else is up and playing. That's not fair to them, not fair to the crowd. I mean, what does that look like? Oh, you got a freaking injured dude up there playing guitar now. So hopefully it gets better soon. Hopefully I can stand on it. As I said, I'm going to get the MRI and go from there. But any of you have any helpful advice, maybe an exercise that I can do that I'm not doing. Currently I'm doing, I think it's called a heel press. Basically, you're on a step. You raise both feet up, so that way you don't hurt yourself with the injured foot or tendon, whatever you want to call it. And then you lower yourself slowly down with the injured foot. I have a roller I've been using in my calf and a little bit on the tendon to try to loosen it up. I've been doing a stretch where basically I put one foot, my big toe against the wall, and raise the other foot back to stretch out the calf muscles. I also do basically one leg stands, and I also have one of those bands that you put around your foot. It's like a giant rubber band looking thing. If you know what I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Probably is just like a band, and it goes around your foot. You can do stretches with that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So any helpful advice, any more exercises or something, or that I can do to get this full function back. If I could, if even if I have to walk through some of the pain, at this point I'm just so used to the pain that it's kind of become dull. You just kind of become used to it because you have to deal with it every single day. So as I said, your body unfortunately becomes used to it and expects how to deal with it. Um, but leave me a comment or something down below if there's any stretches and maybe a website or a video I can look up that'll help me get rid of the tightness in the calf and the Achilles tendon, more the Achilles tendon than the calf. As I said, I ordered another thing that I'm hopefully going to get soon. It was supposed to come here today, but I didn't. So I don't know. Probably Monday I'll get that. So I'll probably just continue sleeping with either the boot on or the compression wrap the next couple of nights until it starts feeling better. But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Can't drive with the boot on either, so that kind of sucks because driving doesn't really hurt, but when I walk, because I usually don't put on the boot because if it's like rain, the weather's been pretty shitty. Obviously winter's just ending, everything's still mucky or everything's wet, and I don't get the boot can't get mucky or wet really. It's not supposed to because it's all foam and Velcro. I'm not going to bother showing you, but it's just basically just called a medical boot. Yet again, my name is Steve Gray. Any helpful advice down below in the comments would be wonderful so I can start walking properly. Again, get my life back on track. Do what I got to do. Thank you. Have a good day.